Welcome back to another episode of Madman Review. Today we'll be looking at a particularly controversial topic, 22 caliber cartridge for deer hunting. If you have been hanging out at a deer camp, someone will bring up this subject and an argument will follow. It's also widely debated on social media and forums. Chances are that you have formed your own opinion about this matter as well. For those of you who are opposed to the use of 22 caliber cartridges, these are the most common arguments. 22 caliber cartridges are illegal in most states for deer hunting. The caliber is too weak for deer hunting. It is unethical to shoot a deer with the 22, or it causes unnecessary suffering. But are they really true? You might have heard about them so often that you just assume that they are true. Well, not so fast there. If you ever consider picking up these cartridges on your next deer hunting trip, you better come prepared. Chances are that someone will come up to you and lay out these arguments, and you want to be able to rebuke them. I'll break these arguments down one at a time before giving you my recommendations. First off, let's talk about the legality. As it turns out, 22 caliber cartridges are allowed in many states for deer hunting. Out of 50, 33 states permit the use of 22 caliber cartridges, and 2 additional states allow them, but only if they can deliver 1,200 foot-pounds of energy or more. I recommend double-checking with the local law first before going out to grab some 22 caliber cartridges. However, next up, let's talk about the power of 22 caliber cartridges. How strong are they? Usually look at the energy. Ideally, you want to have about 1,000 foot-pounds upon impact, but you do not need that much power. Half that power can still do the job. Even the old and reliable 30-30 Winchester dip below 100 feet-pounds at 150 yards. But even if we only take 22 caliber cartridges that deliver over 1,000 foot-pounds, that only rules out a couple 22 centerfire rifle cartridges. Everything else is good enough. Finally, let's look at the ethical side of things. Though hunting is basically killing animals, there is an ethical side to it. You want the animal to be dead as soon as possible. This accomplishes 2 things. 1, it minimizes suffering, but a more practical sense for this is that if the animal drops dead on the spot, or moves only a bit after it's shot before dropping dead, that means you won't have to spend much time following the blood trail, and it can be difficult to spot in certain terrain. So, bigger bullet means more lethality, right? Not so fast. A bullet's diameter does not influence its lethality. A 60-grain 22 caliber bullet fired from 100 yards will have expanded about half an inch. A 95 or even a 115-grain bullet fired from a 243 Winchester offers similar results. In other words, the right 22 caliber bullet can kill cleanly. Now that these arguments are proven false, we can move on to the main event of today's video, my recommendations. I have here a list of 4 22 caliber cartridges that will serve you well in the field. The 224 Valkyrie. Let's start this episode with the 224 Valkyrie. It's a relatively new cartridge compatible with AR-15s. It features a 1-in-7 twist rate, meaning that it can drive long, heavy for caliber bullets such as 90-grain Fusion soft point at 2,700 feet per second. Its high ballistic coefficient allows it to retain velocity and energy well, over 250 yards. The bullet will still carry around 1,000 foot-pounds of energy. This is probably the best deer hunting cartridge out there right now. If you are wondering about the cartridge's terminal performance, it's about the same as the good old 250 Savage, which is a well-known deer killer. The 22 Nosler. The 22 Nosler delivers higher velocities with your standard 1-in-8 rifling twist because it can hold more powder. That also means that it can push heavier bullets. The only factor load I would recommend for deer hunting here would be the 70-grain AccuBond from Nordsler. The bonded bullet holds itself together for high impact velocities. At about 100 yards, you are getting 2,700 feet per second and over 1,000 foot-pounds of energy. If you were to roll up your sleeves and hand load this thing, you have more options. The 223 Remington. This cartridge rides on the popularity of AR-15 rifles. You can squeeze a lot of performance from it with the right load. AR-15s can also be kitted out to suit all hunters, and the platform is popular among young hunters. Ideally, you want to shoot within 150 yards. Any further than that, and the bullet will run out of steam. Also, consider pairing the cartridge with bonded, mono-metal, or partition bullets, since they hold together for the best penetration. The 223 Remington's effective range is about the same as an average 30-30 Winchester load. The 22-50 Remington. This cartridge packs a lot of velocity. The downside to this is that the slow rifling twist rate. What this means is that you cannot use high ballistic coefficient, heavy for caliber bullets. But if you use a good load with a bullet that can keep itself together, you will have fun shooting with this thing. You might find federal 60-grain nosler partition load from time to time, but you might just have to put together your own. Another thing worth noting is the energy. You will get less than 1,000 foot-pounds beyond 200 yards, but as I said before, you can still kill cleanly with about half that. There you have it, folks. Consider giving us a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Also, make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified when new episodes come out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next time.